Hello and welcome to Poppyfield Card Crafts for today's project. In this month's issue of Papercraft Essentials, and this is issue 153, as usual there are plenty of ideas for your card makes. There's competitions and lots of tips. So this is issue 153. You also are getting this all occasion magazine. This is dedicated to Craft Stash, where you can also order your Papercraft Essentials magazine. And in this edition there again are plenty of ideas for your card makes, new stock that Craft Stash are getting in, and I think there's one or two special offers. So that's Papercraft Essentials issue 153, the magazine, and the all occasion magazine, which is extra. And the gift for this month, you're getting a stencil and some stamps. There's 18 stamps and the stencil has 5 different designs that you can use. And what I've done, I've made a few cards, and with this one, which I'm going to show you how I made this, I have used the large stencil, this circular one, and 3 different stamp sets from this set. So we'll get started. I've prepared a 7-inch square card base, top folding, and I've put a mat of aqua foundation card on that. So we'll put that to one side, and for the stencil I've attached that to some white card stock. I said attached, I've got it fastened to some white card stock. I'm using a Distress Oxide in broken china, and I shall just ink my blending tool and then go around this area. Be careful you don't lift the stencil up. I think I've just done that actually in this corner, because I don't normally work on this board. That's what I use when I'm heat embossing. So we'll see when I remove this stencil. And I'll just get a bramble, clean my hands, and we'll take this off, and that, it's not too bad. Put that to one side. I'm just going to wipe this so we don't get any contamination, and then I'll take this off the board. I'm going to use this large one again, the larger of the circle. We'll just put it in that corner. Link my blending tool, and I can just hold this one down. And there you are. Put that to one side. That'll wipe. I'll clean that properly afterwards. So now I can attach this to my card base. I've put some double-sided tape on the back already. I'm sorry if you can hear background noise. The traffic seems to be busy tonight, and my husband, who was calling for me, has obviously forgotten I'm recording. Okay, now I've got some ink on there, but I'm going to erase that very shortly. So we'll put this, excuse my head, like that. Now I have a mono sand eraser, and this is marvellous for any inks that go on your card and you don't want it where it's gone onto your card. It takes it off really well, and I think I explained this in one of my last videos. So that will do for the time being. So that's now ready for the sentiment. I've prepared those, but I just wanted to show you something. I've used my MISTI. I have my cardstock in there ready. I'm using my embossing tool there to make sure the ink just goes where it should be going. I'm using 3 sentiments from the set, and we'll ink them. And then I just want to show you the comparison, because I do mention this quite often on my blog especially. I'll put that to one side. I've used VersaFine black onyx ink for the stamping. Now see if I can get this in camera. Obviously that's a flat black print on there, but what I normally do is, once I've stamped the image, the sentiment, whatever, as soon as I've stamped it, I then sprinkle a clear embossing powder over the stamp, and it's always Wow clear gloss embossing powder. So I sprinkle that with the powder and then heat set it, and I hope you can see that it gives it a lovely shine, and it's slightly raised, and it does make a big difference. Your sentiment does stand out a lot more, and I like doing that. I do that quite often. So with the 3 sentiments, I have, to save time, stamped, applied the clear embossing powder. I've got mounting foam on the back, and I have used the broken china, and I don't think I even re-inked the blending tool. There was plenty on, and as with those 2, I've just gone around the edge just to make that stand out a little bit more. So I can now put that onto my card. Just remove the tape. And I'm going to put that there. That says today is all about you. And this one never forget you are, and then there's plenty of options. Loved, amazing. I'm saying there's plenty of options. There's loved and amazing, but the sentiments you have too are special, and then there's mum, daughter, sister, brother, dad, son, friend. We have celebrate, congratulations, thank you, love, laughter and happy ever after, hello, it's your birthday, and then the ones that I'm using for this card. And I will put this one here. And the love, loved, I think just there. And that's the finished card. I've also made one very similar, but I was using the Cosmic Shimmer Sparkle Texture Paste, and this is Lilac Blush, and this is doesn't have any layers on, but I used the same large stencil like that, and just, well, you'll see the difference because I just stamped that and left it with the flat black ink on there, and added a few sequins just to take the bareness off. That's one of the cards. And then I get the stencil back, using the smaller stencil and these, I would say, flowers or crosses. I've made a little note card, top folding note card, and I used the sparkle texture paste again, but in white, polar white, and just added some of those smaller circle stencil. I did that. I used this one along that edge and the top, stamped Hello Friend from the gift, and I did put the Wow embossing powder on that one as well. I cut 2 tags. This one I covered with some double-sided tape and added some white sparkle to it, and added a brad. It has a nice blue stone in there, so that's that card. And then this very vibrant card here, I used this stencil and 3 Distress Oxide inks, Spiced Marmalade, Cracked Pistachio and Worn Lipstick. And then I just brought the green again, the Cracked Pistachio, and then the Spiced Marmalade. I stamped Thank You from the set and did the clear embossing on there, and then made a little frame. There's 3 circular frames there that I've just glued together just to give it some definition, and then along the top I edged with the blending tool. So there you have 2 cards very similar. Lots of choices that you can do with this set, and again it's all in Papercraft Essentials issue 153, and this is available from W.H. Smith, I believe, but you can also get it from Craftstash. So thank you for spending some time with me. See you next time.